Guys, I got Taco Bell. Guys, I made another charcuterie. Hey guys, let's make a Chinese takeout salad.
Bro!
Put him back, Izzy.
Hi guys, today we're covering a child who has previously been part of a family vlog channel and is now being forced to do weird mukbangs on TikTok. So let's get into it. So the child in question is called Izzy and her TikTok handle is MaryAlexis2005. Now you may be like, this is so weird because why does her TikTok handle have Mary but her actual name is Izzy? So Mary is actually her older sister. Izzy, who is a girl I'm going to be talking about today, is actually 16. So this is a weird, uncomfortable situation right off the bat. I do want to say that Mary does post on this account as well. There are a couple of videos of the whole family together and a lot of videos of just Mary and Izzy together. On the TikTok account in the bio, there is a link to the old family vlog channel where you could see Mary and Izzy playing with slime, and these videos have literally hundreds of millions of views. And although the current TikTok account is not a family vlog account, I have some suspicions that the parents are actually behind this whole TikTok account, which would make it child exploitation because there is a child eating an enormous amount of food on camera. Going through the videos, the dad is in the videos sometimes, but we can hear the mum's voice in the background in the majority of the videos, and I'm pretty sure she's the one behind the camera filming the actual videos. So I don't think this is a TikTok account that was made by Izzy and Mary as like a joint sisters account for fun. I think this is an account that was made by their parents and they're being encouraged to post on it by their parents. I'm going to throw up a whole lot of clips of the things that this girl is eating, and I just want you to understand that when I throw these clips up, this is not like they are posting these once a week. They post TikTok videos of Izzy eating what is confirmed to be thousands of calories daily, sometimes twice a day. And I'm showing you guys a range of clips because I don't want you to think I'm like cherry picking the 3 extreme times they did like a crazy mukbang. No, all of these mukbangs are pretty extreme. They're not like little taste tests. They're not like tasting the new McDonald's menu and like she's taking a dainty bite of like each new burger or whatever. No, she is stuffing this food into her mouth. The food is going everywhere. It looks very weird. It's very messy. It's very fake. And because of this, it is just very uncomfortable. Watching some of these for this video was so uncomfortable. And to watch these with the sound off because the chewing noises. Ugh. Now, Kiana Doherty actually covered this story before me, and she added up all the food that Izzy was eating in just one TikTok video. So keep in mind, this is not multiple videos. This is just one, and the calorie total came up to 3,239 calories where she was mukbanging McDonald's. And for reference, I'm pretty sure the adult's recommended intake is 2,500 calories, so this is absolutely insane. Also, I wanted to point out that they post twice a day sometimes, so the amount of calories Izzy is eating in a day could be 7,000 to 8,000 calories. If you watch mukbangs, then you will know that a lot of mukbangers will buy a lot of food for the thumbnail or just to make it seem like they're eating a lot of food, when in reality they actually spit it out between takes. I do hope that this is actually the case for Izzy, but either way this is damaging behaviour. To me, that would be like if a child was pretending to harm themselves in any way just for a camera. It's just not a good behaviour to pretend to be doing, and even if they're not actually doing it, what type of impact is this having on a child's underdeveloped brain? That sounds like really overdramatic, I know, but I always want you guys to keep in mind that social media is a very dangerous rabbit hole, especially when you're very young. And if it wasn't your decision to start posting videos, like for example, it was something your mum and dad asked you to do, I just find it a weird dynamic. And for example, if it wasn't your own decision, like your mum and dad just came up to you one day and was like, hey, can you do this for a video? We're going to post it, we're going to start a channel. I mean, can you say no? Yes. But is that actually like an option for you to say no? Not really, because they're probably going to come up to you in another day being like, hey, can you film this for us? it's just a bit weird, especially when you're so young. You're relying on your parents for food, for shelter, for just the basic necessities. It's always a very like tricky situation. I also think that this is something that we do not talk about when a child influencer isn't a child, like by that I mean a 7 to 10-year-old. Like when a child influencer gets to 14 to 17 years old, we seem to think that for some reason it's just not as bad, when I would say it's just as bad. I want to reiterate that usually a parent is putting them up to filming content, and even though at that age of 17 you can just like leave the house or go no contact with your family if they're forcing you to be part of the vlog, it's usually not that simple. So a lot of these kids will just endure and follow what the parents say, you know, for another extra year until they turn 18 and like can go off to university as like a little bit of a quick simple escape. This behavior is clearly unhealthy, and I'm not saying this in a way to shame Izzy or to make nasty comments towards her. This is just clearly impacting Izzy's health because she is clearly overweight. And I know that there is a whole health at every size movement going on, but let's be honest, doing mukbangs like these every day, even not every day, every other day, every 3 days, it is unhealthy. And gaining so much weight at such a young age is not only mentally unhealthy, like it's going to put you in a bad like mental headspace, it might give you bad self-esteem, it's also physically unhealthy. And there is proof of this. This is a child, and I think some people for some reason aren't recognizing that. And to put it in a different way, it's a weird way, but it's a way that I hope people understand a little bit more. If somebody was overfeeding a dog and the dog was gaining a significant amount of weight, people would very quickly call out, hey, this is animal abuse, you know, like this dog is way too overweight. But for some reason we can't call that out for a child when this child is clearly being forced to make these mukbangs for TikTok. And I feel like part of this is because of the body positivity movement or whatever. I don't even care about that. This is unhealthy for the child, you know. Yeah, health at every size, whatever, but I can tell you right now that eating that amount of food is not healthy. Even if she was skinny, I'd be like, hey, that's not healthy. Now, let's actually talk about the videos. To me, there are multiple reasons why somebody would be watching this content. Now, the first one, and the one that I'm hoping is the case, is rage bait. And the reason I think this is because these videos give very similar vibes to the Nikocado avocado videos, where he's eating like a ton of things, he stuffs it all in his mouth, it's very messy, and the sounds are very over exaggerated. That is clearly full on rage bait, because why can't you just eat in a clean, normal manner? But then I also think a lot of mukbangs are currently that way. They tend to get really messy, also because of the type of food that mukbangers genuinely eat. The comments also do seem to support this theory, because they are filled with a bunch of people being like, oh my god, this fills me with anger, or oh my god, this is gross, blah 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 blah. There's also a specific type of video that this channel does in addition to the mukbang content, which is quite rage baity, and I think it is 100% set up for people to make nasty comments about Izzy, which is crazy when you think that a mother is filming this and the family knows about this content being filmed and uploaded to shame their daughter, sister, their 16-year-old daughter and sister. They filmed these TikToks where Izzy and Mary are stood at a counter and there is a bunch of food in front of them on the counter. Then the mum is behind the camera and the mum will call out a type of food, and whoever grabs the correct food item basically gets to keep the food and eat it. There's also another type of game that they play, which they've started fairly recently, where you have to like flip a water bottle, and if it lands inside of this like square that they have marked out on the counter using tape, then they get to pick a piece of food which is on the counter. Now, I don't care for the water bottle flipping one as much as the one where they have to like run and jump and get the food. That one to me is very weird. I find this to be the most rage baity one, because after watching a few of the TikToks, I actually found out that the mom will call out a lot of the food that is on Izzy's side the most. So Izzy in the beginning of the video gets the most foods because they're closest to her, and this is reflected in the comments, because a lot of people will make comments such as, this is the fastest this girl has ever acted, or of course she knows her food. Because of the content that they post, I think people feel like this is allowed to be said of Izzy. This is just so sad. She's 16 years old. I don't think that she should be treated like that. And I know you might be like, why do I keep reiterating her age? It's because to me this is so crazy. It's such a crazy concept. It's also a sad concept as well, because imagine having an internet footprint and for half of it you're on a family channel playing with slime, and then the other half of it you're filming TikTok videos of you eating and people making fun of you and hating you in the comments. Now back to this game anyways. A lot of the videos of this game start with Izzy eating. Like genuinely they've not even started the game, it's just the video has started and Izzy is eating, which this is so clearly for rage bait. And a lot of the times her sister has to make comments like, Izzy, why are you eating already?
Okay, hands behind your back. You guys ready?
Why isn't there any there? Bro!
Put him back, Izzy. Put him back.
And it's just so messed up because Izzy's a 16-year-old girl and this is clearly staged, and it's like, what the hell are the parents doing? Another thing about this game is they actually have a few videos where they play this game, and instead of the regular sweets or fast food items that are usually on the counter, they have like full salads dotted around along with other various dishes. And the mum yells out salad a couple times. This is a specific video that I saw. The mum yells out salad a few times and Izzy is like, Mum, stop yelling out salad. And this is clearly staged because Izzy is just stood there. She's not even moving to pick the salad. And people are commenting like, of course she doesn't want the salad, or other nasty things. And I'm gonna play the clip for you guys right now because I can't even handle explaining this anymore. Then they also film content that makes fun of Izzy for being the way that she is. I'm going to insert this one of them like digging for candy, and the sister, aka Mary, gets a little spoon of candy, whereas Izzy gets this like massive broom dustbin amount of candy. And I've mentioned this so many times, you guys are probably like, please shut up, but this is a 16-year-old girl who is being put onto the internet for people to make fun of. It's not like she's put herself on the internet making these funny skits of her being fat. No, it's her parents. It's her parents filming this for content and monetization, basically. The comments are also really nasty. I feel like this video is going on for way too long, longer than I wanted it to, considering I've been filming for 30 minutes. I just keep going on tangents. And I'm going to just pop a couple of the comments on screen. And whilst I'm doing that, please imagine that you are Izzy and you have just filmed a TikTok, edited it, it's been uploaded, and you want to read the comments on the most recent TikTok video that your family has posted. Before I went on this massive tangent about why I think this content is mostly rage bait, I said that there could be multiple other reasons for posting this content. One of those reasons, which I really hope that her parents haven't thought about this, but I 100% think that they have, is I think these videos could be used for feederism. And if you're not familiar with what feederism is, it is basically a kink where somebody will be the feeder and somebody will be the feedee. It's when the feeder gets off of watching the feedee gain weight and eat food, and they also like personally feeding the feedee. It's very messed up, and I think it's one of those kinks that we should not normalize at all, because overeating to a degree, especially when you're morbidly obese, is equivalent to self-harm. And I don't think anybody should be getting off to another person self-harming. That should not be normalised, and let alone profited off of. It's very weird, and you may be like, well, nobody's actually feeding her, she's eating all of this herself. But this is actually a type of content that could be considered feeder content, and coupled with the fact that Izzy is 16, if you put those two things together, it is very problematic. The reason I think that this does classify as feeder content is the fact that the eating noises are very over exaggerated, which feeders do tend to like, and also a lot of the foods are what you could consider being a little bit suggestive. I know this sounds like I'm reaching, but please understand that this is something that is normal in the feeder community when it comes to videos that they seek out. There's videos of Izzy eating cucumber and sausage and even dipping it into white sauce, and there might be feeders that could literally be looking for this exact type of content online. This partnered up with the fact that her mum is behind the camera filming this, and her parents probably set this up. They went out for the food, put the food on the counter, set the camera up, set the ring light up, and then decided to film and edit these videos. It is just disgusting. and it should, in my opinion, be considered child abuse and exploitation. It is 100% exploitation at the minimum. Whether it's child abuse or not is up to you to decide, but I'm not arguing with anybody that says that this isn't exploitation. It 100% is. To finish this video off, I wanted to quote something that Ruby Frankie's daughter had said. If you don't know who Ruby Frankie is, she has been convicted of child abuse, and this was all happening in front of the camera for a family vlogs, and her daughter basically said that there is no such thing as a moral or ethical family vlogger. And I think we need to take that quote and kind of think about it whenever we see a child on social media, on any type of social media, not just YouTube, and think, does this child actually want to be filming a TikTok video? Does the child want to be playing Minecraft? Does this child want to actually be in family vlog content? Does this child want to be unwrapping 200 blind boxes in front of a camera? Does this child want to be eating thousands of food in front of the camera? Like, if a parent didn't ask for them to do it, would they be happy doing it? And a lot of the time, the answer would be no, they probably would not be doing this. The only reason they are doing this is because their parent has sat them down in front of the camera and asked them to film. The parent that is put on this earth to protect them and not exploit them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this has left you with something to think about. Please, let's, in 2025, be more conscious consumers of content, especially with children in it. And I will hopefully see you in another video.